everyone, it's Ms. Spencer. Today we'll be reviewing place value. The objective for today is students will be able to identify the place value in a multi-digit whole number, determine the value of a given digit, correctly place a given number on a number line, and add and subtract whole numbers with no regrouping. We're going to start by identifying the place value and the value of a digit within a multi-digit whole number. Let's start with 4,325. We're going to start by creating a place value chart. Let's put the titles or the names of each place value correctly in the chart. We start with the ones place, tens place, hundreds place, and thousands place. Now we can correctly put the digits in the correct place values. The 4 goes in the thousands place, the 3 goes in the hundreds place, the 2 goes in the tens place, and the 5 goes in the ones place. Now we can determine the value of each digit. Let's start with the ones place. The 5 in the ones place has a value of 5. In the tens place, the 2 has a value of 20 because 2 tens is the same as 20 ones. We would need 20 ones cubes to make 2 tens rods. In the hundreds place, we have a 3. So the value of the 3 in the hundreds place is 3 hundreds. We would need 300 unit cubes to make 3 hundreds grids. And finally, the 4 in the thousands place has a value of 4,000. We would need 4,000 ones cubes to make 4,000 cubes. Now let's go ahead and insert 5,608 into the place value chart. Here we have the 5 in the thousands place, the 6 in the hundreds place, a 0 in the tens place, and an 8 in the ones place. Let's start by finding the value of the ones place. The value of the 8 in the ones place is 8. In the tens place, we have a 0, so the value of the 0 in the tens place is 0. In the hundreds place, we have a 6, so the value of the 6 in the hundreds place is 600. We would need 600 ones cubes to make 600 grids. And finally, the 5 in the thousands place has a value of 5,000. So now let's place numbers on the number line. We're going to start with 82. In the number 82, there are 8 tens. So when we create our number line, we're going to have our number line start with 8 tens or 80. One more 10 than 8 tens is 9 tens or 90. So our number line is going to end with 90. In between 80 and 90, there are 10 ones. So we can separate our number line into 10 equal parts, and each mark will represent one more. Now that we've labeled our number line, we can go ahead and plot 82 on our number line. We're going to represent 82 with our blue circle. So we can see that 82 falls between 80 and 90. If we wanted to be more specific, we could even say that 82 falls between 81 and 83. Now let's go ahead and plot 382 on the number line. In 382, there are 300s. So we're going to start our number line with 300s. One more hundred than 300s is 400s. So our number line is going to end with 400s. We're going to separate our number line into 10 equal parts. There are 10 tens in between 300 and 400. So each mark is going to represent 10. Here we have our number line labeled. Now we can see that in 382, there are 38 tens. That means our number is going to fall between 380 and 390. We can go ahead and separate 380 and 390 into 10 equal parts because there are 10 ones between 380 and 390. Each mark represents 1. Now we can go ahead and see that 382 is going to fall on the second mark after 380. So 382 is between 380 and 390 on the number line. Now let's go ahead and place the number 1,382 on the number line. We can see that there's 1,000 in 1,382. So our number line is going to start at 1,000. One more 1,000 than 1,000 is 2,000. So our number line is going to end with 2,000. We can go ahead and separate our number line into 10 equal parts. There are 10 hundreds in between 1,000 and 2,000. So each mark is going to represent 100. Notice in our number that there are 13 hundreds. So our number 1,382 is going to fall between 1,300 and 1,400. We can go ahead and separate our number line into 10 more equal parts. Each equal part represents 10 more because there are 10 tens between 1,300 and 1,400. Now we can go ahead and see that our number 1,382 is going to fall closer to 1,400. So 1,382 is between 1,380 and 1,390. 1,382 is represented by the blue circle here. Now let's add and subtract whole numbers. Today we're not going to be regrouping. Let's start with 582 plus 315. 582, and then we can go ahead and place 315 underneath. Notice that the place values line up. So the ones place has the 2 in 582 on top of the 5 in 315 because both the digits are in the ones place. When adding and subtracting, we always start with the ones place. 2 ones plus 5 ones is 7 ones. Now let's move on to the tens place. Both the 8 and the 1 are in the tens place, which is why there's one on top of the other. 8 tens plus 1 10 is 9 tens. Now let's move on to the hundreds place. 5 and 3 are both digits in the hundreds place, which is why they're on top of each other. 500 plus 300 equals 800. So 582 plus 315 equals 897. Now let's go ahead and try a subtraction problem. 1,458 minus 206. We're going to start by having our first number on top and then putting the second number on the bottom, making sure that we line up the place values. Both the 8 and the 6 are in the ones place, which is why they're one on top of the other. 8 ones minus 6 ones is 2 ones. Now let's move on to the tens place. 5 tens minus 0 tens is 5 tens. In the hundreds place, 4 hundreds minus 2 hundreds is 2 hundreds. And here you'll see in the thousands place, we have an empty space here. So what we can do is place a 0 in that empty space, representing 0 thousands in the number 206. Now we can subtract 1,000 minus 0 thousands, which is 1,000. So 1,458 minus 206 equals 1,252.